What's up, you guys? Welcome to Primetime TV, live with your boy DTLF, man. Today we're going to play some prize picks. And really quick shout out before we even start. Major shout out to this video sponsored by Prize Picks, guys. Listen, if y'all haven't tried it out, now's your chance. Now's your opportunity. I'll be helping you guys try to win some dough, man. Just follow the easy steps on the screen. Join Prize Picks and type in the promo code DTLF to get 100% deposit match guaranteed. All right, so today's a special day. Clearly, Dollar Fridays, you guys could play your entries could be as a minimum as $1. So really, really cheap. So those of you watching live, welcome. Those of you that will be watching later on, hopefully you guys are able to submit your entries in time. That way we can all try to win some money. But let's dive right into this, guys. Hopefully everybody's doing good today, man. How y'all doing? Let's get into this prize picks. I haven't done this in over a week, so my apologies. Been a little busy, but I wanted to make sure we did it today for the same reason we got the special going on today. All right. So right off the top, we're gonna start with Kristaps Porzingis. He's going up against Detroit. Detroit likes to play. I know that the record doesn't say it, but they actually play some gritty defense. So I believe that Kristaps Porzingis would be a good pickup to go under. And matter of fact, this whole card right here, I'm going to try to go under on it. So I'm going to do a whole card of just unders, and I'll play $2 on it. So let's see. Who else do I believe will go under for tonight's game? So let's go with Trey Young. Trey Young's been going off lately, but for some reason when he plays Golden State, hopefully they'll lock up, and I'm going to have him going under, even though I'm a big Trey Young fan. There's going to be an undercard right here. All undercard. So usually when I go under, I like to pick players that I think that even though they're capable of scoring, depending on the defensive matchup, they could have an off night and they'll get slowed down. Same thing with Luka. Now, Luka, clearly, I I feel like he'll go over for sure. With all those foul calls he gets and stuff. So I feel like, yeah, there's a high chance of him going over right there. And then we're going to go with, how about Joel? Since he plays alongside James Harden, right? So I believe that since they do, sometimes they impact each other on the stats negatively, right? So let's go with, I'll take you guys' suggestions in just a minute. But let's go with, like I said, Joel. I'm going to do one with Joel, and I'm going to go under. And it's 31 points, so it's pretty decent right there. As far like a chance of him getting that, I mean, clearly he's going up against the Clippers. They don't have the best of size, but like I said, James Harden, he's ball dominant. And in the same spirit, I'm going to go with James over because he's so ball dominant. He should get 21 points easily, like in his sleep. Especially with all the attention that Joel will get in the paint, this guy will get open. And he's a playmaker. He handles the rock. I expect him to. All right. My boy said Watford from Portland go under. I'll take your word for it, man. So, okay. You're talking about points, right? But they are going up against Houston, but I see why. He's been struggling lately. So let's do it. Let's take your advice. And that'll be the first card. Let's go under, like you said, on Watford, man. What's up, bro? It looks like you're the only one on live with me right now. But, people will watch this video later on, so that's okay. So let's place our first entry. And, of course, it's Dollar Fridays. We want to take advantage of this opportunity to play the minimum, more chances to win. So I'm going to go with $2. Low risk, high reward. Get a 20 out of it if that happens. If it doesn't, nobody's losing sleep over $2. All right. Next entry. Let's go. Let's reset. Now, this card right here in particular, I want to go with players that I feel like will easily get their mark, right? Somebody low bar, but very skilled and can easily get to their mark. Now, it's a controversial one. Clearly, he hasn't been hitting it lately, but usually they have breakout games. So that's something to think about. What's up, Victor? Welcome to the stream, Vic. Hopefully you guys are playing. Remember, Dollar Fridays today, promo code on the screen. That was a perfect chance to hop in and play if you guys haven't already. All right, I'm gonna go with Montrez. Now, Montrez had an off game. However, since he is going up against Utah, I feel like it's a perfect opportunity for him to have a bounce back game. Gonna be very intense, very physical. I think he could have that bounce back game today, and he always plays hard. So my boy said Jordan Poole on over. He said, how do you set the price that's not $20? Clear. You just go down here to entry, my boy. You go down here and you type in your own price right there. I'll show you right now once I submit this entry. So my boy said Jordan Poole on the over. I'm gonna take every suggestion I get, guys. Jordan Poole over. Ooh, over 23. Well, I can see how you can get that because no Curry, right? So I'll take your suggestion. I'm gonna go over. This card is gonna be all over on it. All right. Um, let's see. See right here when you go down here to entry, you delete whatever is automatically typed. Make sure you don't make sure you don't accidentally submit it because then a whole $20 is gonna be gone. But you can always cancel your entry within the first 5 minutes. So if you make a mistake, you can go to the little dots on the side and cancel that entry when you check on your entries. Okay, moving on. Who else do I believe is going to get this the over tonight? I look for guarantees every time. You know, when you anytime you're entering money, you don't want to gamble it away. You want to make sure you go with picks you actually believe in and players you think can hit their mark rather easily. Now, Atlanta versus Golden State, I might have been wrong on Trey Young on the other entry because I feel like it's going to be such a high paced game. They're going to get up and down. And so I actually believe Kevin Herter can hit that on over. Same thing with my boy right here. He's been having a couple off nights. It's his time to shine, and hopefully he goes off. So I'm going to pick up Anthony Edwards. These are all suggestions. Remember, you can mix up my suggestions with your very own. And then Luka, man. We all know Luka is somebody who can definitely get to his stats. However, I'm going to type in Luka under fantasy because I like the fantasy stat even better than the scoring stat because he does it all. Rebounds, get steals, push the pace, get a couple of passes. So let's go with Luka and let's see what his fantasy stat line is looking like. All right, 51 on fantasy score. I mean, he hasn't hit it lately, right? But tonight versus Minnesota could be a chance. I'm going to go over on his fantasy. That's just the way I'm feeling, guys. Again, feel free to type in your own predictions or take my suggestions, however you'd like. We're going to play $2 as well. All right. So that's our first two entries of the day. Now, sometimes I like to submit an entry, especially on Fridays, that I believe is very unlikely, just because you just never know. It could be a twist, right? So, for example, this is gonna be all fantasy. So let's go to fantasy score, and I'm gonna submit an all fantasy lineup. All right, unlikely scenarios. KCP getting over 25 fantasy points. It's unlikely, but I'll pick them up because again, you just never know. Same thing with Sadiq Bey. I'm gonna go both of them over. I'm gonna go with the unlikely scenarios on this one. Next thing. Your boy LaMelo Ball getting over 40 fantasy points on a defensive minded Utah, unlikely. But let's go with the against the grain. Remember this whole when you can low risk, high reward, you can mix it up. Again, Trey Young going over on the fantasy score, unlikely. Well, he can do it, but I'll submit it because I'm a big Trey Young fan. All right. And then the final one would probably be let's go with a very unlikely scenario. Let's go with Jalen Green. Jalen Green, now he's young. He had an off night. I'm going to go over on him as well. And then the next entry is going to be under, right? So let's go over on that one. And this one, I'm going to do $3. Unlikely scenario. May or may not have. No, let's stick with two. Why mess it up, right? Why mess it up now? So there you go. Another successful entry. If you guys have any suggestions, definitely type them in the chat. It'll help out just to open my mind up to something different. Now for this category, I'm going to go with rebounds. Now here's a little secret category I like to use. It's almost all but guaranteed. Rebounds. Why? Because not rebounds. I'm sorry, assist. Yeah, wrong category. Assist. Why? Because big men usually aren't great passers. That's just from my experience of playing this app. So let's just say your boy right here. Now he is playing Utah, so he might have to kick it all out a couple more times. But let's just say Montrezl Harrell. Montrezl Harrell, not necessarily. Usually, when he gets the ball down low, he's ready to go to work. So I'm actually going to go under, even though it's just 1.5. I'm going to go under on him. You know what? I'm going to take the under on him too, just because he's a big. If I fail, so be it. Let's see what other big man they have here for assist purposes. Dorian Finney-Smith, another big man. I'm going to go under on. Who else? Now, I don't know about Dorian actually because since he's in the perimeter so much, sometimes they kick the ball out and they rotate the rock and he'll get an assist out of that. So maybe not him. But I'm looking for big men. They're usually a black hole. Once you dump it in down low, it's not coming back out. You know, they're looking to score. And I'm going to go with Zubats. Zubats is another one, right? I like to stay under on big man, right? So that's just a secret little category. And let's see what it looks like. I've never played a three entry lineup. So if I play $2 there, yeah, you don't get much unless you go power play. Uh, no, let's just add a couple more. Let's add a couple more. Why not? Why not? So let me know how you guys' entries are going so far. Do you guys have any suggestions? Any sort of tweaks you guys would do to the lineup? Let me know. Again, so we went with a couple of assists. We went under on the big man. Now, I'm gonna try to see. Now they could get physical with him down low. I'm gonna go Porzingis under. I don't know why my gut just tells me. Even though again he's gonna get plenty of shots with no Kyle Kuzma in the lineup, he's gonna get plenty of shots. But I'm just gonna go under just because. Again, defensively, when they get physical with him, he tends to disappear. Detroit, forget about their record. They're a physical team. There's somebody who's going to get out there and bang down low with you. And for the same reason, I'm actually going to go over on Isaiah Stewart's 9 points. Why? He hasn't got it lately, but he's going up against Porzingis, man. If you can't outwork him, then you shouldn't. I don't know, man. For some reason, I feel like that one's going to be over. Let's go $2 more on that. Again, low risk, extremely high reward. All right. Next pick, man. Next pick, I'm going to go fantasy, but I'm going to go point guard. So let's start with LaMelo. Let's see what his fantasy stat line is for the night. LaMelo. Okay, his fantasy is 40 points, and he's going up against Utah. Okay. Now, if you look at his little 5-game history right here, you'll see versus New York, he got it. Versus the Pelicans, he missed it. Versus Dallas, he got it. Versus the Hawks, he got it. And versus OKC, he missed it. So what is the trend here? He actually plays harder versus defensive teams. It's like his head is more in the game. So I'm going to go over because of that, right? I like to study trends sometimes. So that's LaMelo. Next up, we got Trey Young. We're going to go with some of the better fantasy. They got him at 43 versus Golden State. Now, we all know he grew up looking up to Stephen Curry, right? Because of this, I feel like even though Curry's not in the game, he'll probably try to have a big game. Again, I'm going to go over on him. Let's get another player. Who's another good guard playing tonight? What about your boy, Cade Cunningham? Let's see what his fantasy is looking like. His fantasy is looking like 39 fantasy points versus Washington. He could definitely get that. Let's go over. It's going to be an over card right here again. 35 fantasy points versus Washington. Who's another elite guard playing tonight? Cade is not really elite yet, but he's up and coming. So we'll make the exception. Okay, Donovan Mitchell going up against Charlotte. You know he's going to want to go toe-to-toe with LaMelo, show him up. So let's go with Donovan. Donovan. His fantasy score is 43. Again, he's been going off lately. Going up against LaMelo should be a nice, fun little duel. And we need one more pick. One more pick, guys. We just need one more pick. Again, going to go with the guards. Gonna go with the guards on here. Let's see. Jordan Clarkson, 16.5. That's an option. I don't like to really submit my entries based off of bench players. Like for some reason, it's off to me, right? See, the thing about D'Angelo, he's so inconsistent. It's always hit or miss with him. Okay. So let's go away from the guards for a little bit, and let's go into a different category. Let's go into three-point shooting. That's a category I haven't really looked at. This category is almost all but guaranteed. When you have a shooter, most likely he'll get that, right? So, again, Trey Young hitting three-pointers or more, those are tough. James Harden hitting 2, I feel like he'll do that. Again, he's been having off nights. Tonight he'll break out. He will break out tonight versus the Clippers. He will. He'll go over. He'll hit 3-pointers. He has to. For the sake of me money. Give me at least three of them. 3-pointers, and I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. All right. So we did guards. We did bigs. Now let's do a mixed lineup. Let's just go with our basketball knowledge. Look at matchups here. And again, let's go back to 3-pointers. I love this category right here. Will Cade Cunningham hit 2 3-pointers against Washington tonight? I can see him doing that. LaMelo versus Utah hit 3 more than he actually has to hit 4 for you to win this one. He's been hitting threes lately, so I'm gonna go with it. LaMelo ball over. We're gonna mix it up though. Trey Young versus Golden State. How's he looking lately? Let's go under on Trey. Let's go under on Trey. I don't know why. I just want to go under on Trey on the 3. Luka Doncic over 3.5. Now 3.5 is a lot, guys. He's going up against Minnesota, so he'll have decent defenders on him. Let's go under. Let's just because it's a lot. 3.5 is a lot. Markieff Morris hitting 2 versus Philly. I'm not gonna bet on the clever, man. I can't do it. I'm sorry, my pride gets in the way. But Tyrese Maxey just went off versus us, and he's been going off versus everybody. So I'm gonna go over. This is a 3-point shooting entry right here, and I feel good about it. So I'm gonna go with a $3 bill. Yes, sir. Let's try to get that 30. Right. So we're doing different stats, mixing it up, over unders and stuff like that. This time, what I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna go under on all these stats, and I'm gonna go on high. A high mark, right, to go over. So will Donovan Mitchell hit 5 3-pointers? He's been going off. But again, I'm going to go under because it's a high number. We're going to go under on high numbers on this one. Just a strategy, just to mix it up. Sometimes it could be pure luck. Sometimes it's skill. Again, Jordan Poole going over. He's been going off lately. I can't go under. I can't go under on that. Let's see. High numbers only. All right, let's just say Klay Thompson. Will he hit 4? Let's go under on it because since he hasn't been the same since the injury, we've got to make sure that we play smart here. Who else is unlikely to hit 2 3-pointers? How about my boy PJ Washington? PJ Washington is hit or miss going up against Utah. We're gonna go under. What about your boy Miles Bridges? Miles Bridges tends to shoot a couple of 3s. Can he hit 2? Give him the benefit of the doubt. Why not? Why not? So that's going to wrap up our 3-point shooting lineup, right? Actually, that's 4. Need one more. Trey Day. Let's go under. I think I already picked him. All right, Jordan Poole. I'm going to go over on him. Just because, again, he's been going off lately. Put another $3 on this one. Bam. That's our 3-point shooting entry. Again, different categories. What about free throws, though? What about free throws? We haven't looked at free throws yet. Free throws is an important category. We know that. Ultra aggressive players tend to get to the free throw line a lot. Luka hasn't been getting to it lately. Trey Young, we know he's a free throw hunter, right? He loves hunting free throws. Can he get 7? I don't know. It's kind of a high number. LaMelo is not that aggressive because they have his bar extremely low. Donovan Mitchell, extremely aggressive. I'm going to go with Donovan Mitchell on this one. Donovan Mitchell, give me more than 5 free throws. Please do it. Who else? Joel Embiid, 9 free throws. That's a high mark. I'm going to go under on that. It's an extremely high mark. So over, under. And what about the flopping King James Harden? Will he get over? He'll get it, guys. Come on. He'll get over that. I mean, this guy's a flopping disaster, right? Flopping disaster. Jordan Poole, how's he been doing lately? Not too good. Not a very aggressive player, apparently. What about Miles Bridges? We know he likes to attack. Wow. None of these players have been consistently getting to the free throw line. That's kind of a shocker. All right, let's go away from the free throws. And let's go with rebounds. Rebounds. All right, I like to look for low rebounding stats. LaMelo, we know he's somebody who likes to crash the glass, right? But he is going up against Utah. They got size all over, so I'm not going to go there today. What about Luka? Jack of all trades. Hasn't been getting it. All right, so let's go under on Luka then. Let's go under on Luka. Watch him get a triple-double and just ruin my stat for the night. And I'm going to do $2 here because I'm not too certain. But let's see. Another high number. Another high number. What about... Okay. Let's go under. He hasn't been getting it. Gonna go with my gut. Right. Okay. So this will be this entry. Let's go with 2 again. And I'm gonna play all the way to the 10. I'm gonna play one more lineup. One last lineup, guys. And hopefully, again, for those of you that aren't live with me, because a lot of people working at this hour, I understand. But I do want you guys to get a chance to play. So hopefully you get in before 4 p.m. Pacific time. That's when most games are played from that moment on. Okay. For the final one, man, we're just gonna we're really gonna mix and match here. We're really gonna mix and match. Okay, let's look at matchups. Let's see, Trey Young versus Golden State. We already picked him. Clint Capella. He hasn't been getting over 9 points. What about Draymond Green? Draymond really hasn't been scoring at all, but 6.5 points is a little bit. That's something that I think he can get. I won't gamble based off of his history the last couple games. So this scrub right here, anytime I see him, I'm going ahead and I'm gonna bet against him because he's a scrub. All right, so I don't believe he's 10-point worthy. I think he gets lucky sometimes. His prayers get answered when he gets to that mark. Right? What about Kevin Porter Jr. though? We know he's a loose cannon. You just never know what you're gonna get. He hasn't been hitting his mark lately, but I'm gonna pick him up. So let's go under, over. Again, James Harden, 21 points versus the Clippers, that should be light work unless he sells, right? If he sold tonight, then he won't get it. But what about this cat right here? He's going up against Joel. I got no faith in him. I'm glad to go under on any Clipper any given night, right? And the spirit of that, Reggie Jackson versus Philly. Got no faith in him. I'm sorry. He's a Clipper. He's a stinker. Got to go under. There you go. That'll be my final submission of the day. Good luck to all you guys, man. I really want everybody to win. And if you guys do, please submit pictures, screenshots. I want to share with the world, get everybody involved, man. I really want this thing to grow here. And it's my fault. I've kind of let it slip a little bit the last couple of days. That's why we kind of low on the chat. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, whoever did tune in. And for those of you that haven't yet, well, hopefully we'll get you guys on the next stream. I'm trying to do this every week, at least once or twice a week. So I'm going to try to do that and try to get this whole fantasy thing to grow because we need that. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'll see you guys right here pretty soon. All right, good luck to everybody, and let's get this paper.